wake me up to another good morning. Time to go. Got that smile upon my face, 'cause there's excitement in the chase. This I know. Yeah, I'm going for the ride and find myself I am alive and I soar. Still I run towards the wind and let the challenge draw me in, 'cause I want more. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure.
Hi, it's the boy Abundan. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to invite all of you to listen in, eavesdrop, watch my conversation with MJ Racadio on Blogtalk. That's going to be exciting. Conversations happening early in the morning. Where we go, what we talk about is certainly exciting. Be part of it, Houston. Thank you.
Hi, this is Tina Morales, and you're watching Blogtalk with MJ Racadio.
Hey guys, this is Keen Talon of NCIS Hawaii, and you're watching Blogtalk with MJ Racadio.
What's up, Doc? Bugs Bunny here.
Or Eric Bausa, the voice actor. You're watching Blog Talk with MJ Racadio.
What's up? This is Jessica Sanchez, and you're watching Blog Talk with MJ Racadio.
Hey everybody, it's Martin Guevara, and you're watching Blog Talk with MJ Racadio. Keep watching. Stay stuck.
Three things to remember when applying sunblock on your face. Number one, please make sure you apply in an upward motion. Since our muscles and fibers on the face are upward, you would not want to go against gravity.
Auto Detail Nation.
Get ceramic protection up to 7 years available.
Never wax again.
Reject dirt,
dust,
UV light,
water.
Carson, California.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, universe. I'm your host, MJ Racadio. Yes, summer is here. Well, what better way to celebrate it because we invited. She is hotter than summer. Yes, you heard it. And she's happened to be, actually, she got a very interesting story and from Philippine showbiz, and she migrated here in the United States. And now she is in the healthcare industry. And we are going to pick her brain. Yes, you heard that right. We will pick her brain. Yes. Well, let's just tell you a little bit more about her. And, well, she was born and raised in the Philippines. And at a young age of 9, Tootsie won the Yamaha Music Made singing competition as the grand champion. And you probably heard of her songs, hit songs. And she was in the show called That's Entertainment um, under GMA Channel 7. And she signed on 1996 with Star Records, released her album Really Wanna Tell You with the carrier hit single Pasulyap Sulyap. And it garnered gold, platinum, and multi-platinum awards. Now followed by other albums and hit songs Kaba, Mahal Mahal Ka Sa Akin, Sabi Na Nga Ba, and many others. So she is multi-awarded. And she's done television as well. And also coming here in the United States, she's doing concert, and she got her college degree. Graduated in BS in Hotel, Restaurant, and Management in St. Paul University, Philippines. So graduated in the top 20 of her senior year in college and achieved a thesis awardee. Wow. Also, beauty and brain. Yes. Then without further ado, please welcome to our show, Tootsie Guevara. Let's call her up.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Tootsie.
Thank you so much
Hi.
for having me here today.
Yes, yes. How are you
appreciate
doing?
it. I'm doing awesome. What a great introduction. It's my whole bio. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just a surface of it. I know you're very, very talented. You've experienced stardom in the Philippines, and but yet you started a new life in the Philippines. Talk about that. Before anything else, I mean, summer is already here. What are your plans this summer?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked. So our plan this summer is a huge thing for me and my family. We're going to London this summer, and then we're going to fly from London to Barcelona, Spain, and then from Barcelona, we're going to fly to Mallorca. So that will be our summer. And then me and my husband and my little one are moving my 18-year-old to college because now I'll have a college son. So that's our summer plans.
Yeah, that's amazing. And talk about your son. And I know I got this from your IG. There you
Mhm.
go. I think he just graduated. Am I right?
Yes, he did. He just graduated in May.
Absolutely. Now, before we talk about your family, how is that like? Share with us your transition from, I know you're being a superstar in the Philippines and then moving here in the United States. How is that like for you? Share us.
Yes. Ooh. Um, so I moved here to California, USA 2 decades ago. It was 2004. I was actually very, very excited and very eager to start my new life here in the US as Emma. That's my legal name. Looking back 2 decades ago, I think because of my optimism and mindset of being determined to make it here in the US, I was filled with hopes and emotion that I can do this. However, I'll share a funny story. I remember, I think within the month that I just moved here, in the Philippines, my lifestyle and most of the people lifestyle there, right? We have drivers, we have maid, etc. So at that time, me and my husband were living with, my in-laws, his parents at that time, and everyone, went out for work. So the point here is I was all by myself and I looked at my nails. I'm vain, just so you guys know. And I said, oh my God, I need to refill my fake nails and get a pedicure. And I was like, oh, how am I going to do this? I don't have a car. I don't drive yet, but I could walk. So I have photographic memory, and I remembered at this shopping center close to the house at that time, there's a nail place. It says nails. So I decided to walk, but the funny part is I decided to put on like incognito. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I left a note and said I went to the nail place in the corner And I was like, maybe I need a weapon. I was like, well, there's no gun and I don't want to bring gun. All I could find was, I think it was scissors. So I
Oh,
grab
wow,
a
that's
scissor.
funny.
Yes, thank you. So I grab a scissor in the kitchen. I
Oh
put
my
in my
gosh.
I
You
put
have
in
to
my
go through that.
bag.
You're like that scared.
Yes, and then I put
Oh
on
my.
my hoodie. It was a summer, because we moved here July,
Mhm.
2004. It was summer. And at that time, I was living in a city called Rancho Cucamonga. And that area here in California, it gets really windy and really hot, dry heat. So I walked out, and, you know, as soon as I arrived the nail place, the moment I opened the door, no one looked at me. And then, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm free. And then the receptionist, Asian lady, wasn't looking at me. Like I'm a nobody here, you know? And I approached and I said, hi, um, can, can I get a nail appointment? And she looked up and said, yeah, sure. Pick a color and go whatever chair that's empty. And I was like, oh my God, I'm Emma here. I'm not Tootsie. No one's scrutinizing how I looked, you know? It's like I'm normal. So
Absolutely.
that was actually my first like experience literally when I moved here. I know for some people, or maybe most, the story that I just shared may sound weird,
Mhm.
right? Because they were like, oh
No, I
please,
think it's true
right?
that, because you have a different lifestyle in the Philippines, and then you end up here, somewhere in California, and you live normal, and you really enjoy. So you enjoy that moment of your life.
I did. I think because I'm the type of artist, I really started really young, at the age of 4. That's young. I have an 11-year-old and he's not working yet. Of course, we're in California.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
labor law
absolutely.
here, you know. But what I'm saying is that is why, to your point, is I embraced and welcomed the normalcy, because a lot of people that are outside the entertainment, they don't realize entertainment industry. They don't realize that these actors, right, and musicians and singers like us, especially if you become very popular, you actually lose normalcy in your life. And that can be tough, like little tasks, right? Like you can get out of the house not brushing your teeth, combing your hair, or whatever. But here I can, because it's a different lifestyle here. So yeah, that was my experience early on. But it was tough, for, here and there. It's because here I only had, my mom, my dad, and at that time, my firstborn. And I was a single mom. I became a single mom after that first marriage. And it was very challenging. However, I took that challenge as a learning experience to hone me, to where I'm at now. So that was my life here in the US with the transition. Early on, it was okay, but then it kind of like, ooh, it's getting harder and more challenging. But I knew, coming here as Emma, um, is going to be quite of adjustment, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well said, Tootsie. That it's nice to really be real. That you finally come to the point of your life that I want to be Emma, and that's beautiful. And imagine if you did not make that decision, it could have been different. And what did you learn within that 20 years that you stayed here in the
hmm
US? Share
I've
us.
learned I've learned a lot. So how am I going to make it more simple and short? I think what I've learned here, I've also learned a lot from my life in the Philippines, and that's why I made that decision to transition my life here in the US. Fortunately, I have immediate family here. Not many people know that I have there's 6 of us. So I have 4 siblings here who were already living here in the US. And when my dad retired, is when I made the decision to either stay in the Philippines by myself or go with my family. So I chose to be with my family. So the learnings, the things that I've learned in my life, back home and even here, show business taught me work ethic, discipline, humility, going after your dreams, hustle, be ambitious, go big or go home. And then when I got here with my experience, I've learned more, and that's why I embraced my life. Being Emma, I made that decision to transition from Tootsie to Emma. And what I've learned is, in our lives, we have to get to the point that we ask ourselves inward, what do we really want in this lifetime? I've learned that we only live once, so make the most out of it, because we don't want to live our lives when we are already 80s, 90s, and some of them don't even make it, right? Like, there's no guarantee in our lifetime. We don't know when our expiration date is, so we have to be cognizant and mindful of that our time here is limited. So what can I do out here on earth that would be meaningful and purposeful? So that's the gist of what I've learned, here. And more so is, what a beauty of being real to yourself. I think that's the most important lesson that I've learned in life, and I'm still learning. I think we humans should not stop, learning ourselves inward, and then that's when we go learn outward. Because I think that's the key that I've realized in our lives, that we go live our lives and then we don't really know ourselves. Did that kind of make sense, right? You look around and they think they know.
Absolutely.
Right?
You're correct.
But when you get to talk to them or have these questions, they don't know. You realize, oh, there's nothing there, because they haven't figured it out yet. And it's not too late. It's not too late. I've learned that, let's say you're 50 years old and you made a decision, you know what, I'm not happy with my career anymore, or whatever you're doing. I want to do this. That's another lesson I've learned. Go for it. My husband knows this, my current husband, like, I don't like it when I hear people say, oh, I'm too old for that, or, oh, it's already too late. You know what I mean? I completely disagree. And that's another learning that I've learned in our life, that it's never too late. I mean, look at how many successful people, that started their multi-billion-dollar companies, right? Or acting career, or whatever career they chose to, at the age of 40, 50, 80. So what I'm trying to say here is, in our human life, there's really no period, or do not ever
no
put,
limitation,
right?
limitless.
No limitation, limitless. Yes. That's
Absolutely.
it.
That's well said, Tootsie. I'm glad you shared that amazing story of yours. And having said that, now that you finally found yourself, now you're also back in the concert scene. But I'm gonna ask you one question. How does it feel like when people still recognize you as Tootsie and versus Emma? Share us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it feels so good. For the people that are watching this and you have messaged me in the past, or say hi to me, or ask for a picture, I love it. Everywhere, I go, I remember, speaking of this topic, many years ago, I was at a hospital for a meeting, and my current boss at the time, who's not Filipino, knew that I was this famous Tootsie Guevara because of the staff, right? In healthcare, there's so many Filipinos, which is amazing. And we had this big meeting with the CEO of a hospital and another leader of the hospital. And the moment the elevator opened, on the nurses station, I think 90% of the team there were Filipinos, looked up, and they were all like, oh my God, Tootsie Guevara. And the CEO of the hospital, who's Caucasian, was looking at me like, what the heck is going on? Like, I'm confused. And then my boss at that time, his name is Spencer. He says, "You're very tall." He's like, "Oh, she's actually a famous recording artist and actress in the Philippines." And then everyone started, taking pictures with me. I love it. Even here, wherever I go, like at Seafood City in Irvine, of course I'd say that. Doon ako namimili ng pagkain ng, I cook as much as I can, for my family.
Absolutely.
Tapos yung kahera, di ba? Mag-check out.
But that's amazing. It's good to you have that both lives and you're enjoying yourself because you found yourself and you already discovered yourself. Having said that, how do you juggle? I know you're back in the concert scene and then you're also going to the red carpet. How do you manage your time? Now you're back in the scene and then you were part of the cover of Amare. Talk about this picture.
Oh, I love that. That feature of the magazine is they talked about inspirational people. So I was extremely humbled and grateful that I was chosen to be part of the cover. And they did a 3-page article. The way I managed how I juggle things is time management. That's another learning I've learned, here in my life in the US. I'm a very structured person. If you look at my phone, I have color coding for my schedule. Like blue.
Wow, I love that. I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah. Blue for my work stuff, and then the green is for my personal, and then the red ones are to do or reminders. Like shopping.
Can you hear me? See.
Yep, I can
The
hear
signal
you.
went away. Just hold on a second.
It's all right. I can hear you. Yeah, that's amazing that you get to do and share that. Can you hear me, Tootsie? Can you still hear me? I think I'm gonna bring her back. I know this is like live. Sometimes it's hard to when you do live. Can you hear me, Tootsie? Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No.
Okay. I think I can hear her, but
Can
for
you
some
hear me?
reason, yeah.
And I can't hear you for some reason.
Oh boy. Yeah, can you hear me?
No, I can't. Which is
Oh
weird.
wow.
You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Weird.
So
Hold on.
yeah, let's go ahead and pause this as a break. Go ahead and play that.
I need a man who'll take the chance on a love that burns hot enough to last. And when the night falls, my lonely heart calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Don't you wanna dance? Say you wanna dance. Don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna dance? Say you wanna feel the heat with somebody. Don't you wanna dance?
Now, while we're waiting to see Guevara to logging back in, I know this is really, we apologize for the inconvenience with our live broadcast, and she will be back momentarily. Let's go ahead and call her up right now. Tootsie, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yay!
Yay!
We just played your latest
I saw that.
teaser of your latest single with Garth Garcia. Now, having said that, how is it like working with Garth? Share us.
Amazing. He's so much fun to work with. I love Garth.
And as well as I know you're back in the concert scene. How is that going for you after so many years in hiatus?
Yeah, everything's great. I love it now more so. Before I wasn't really having fun performing because I think it was practically like my job. You know, I was helping my dad contribute financially, and I started working at a very young age. And to add to the previous question, I manage my days and time by being extremely organized. So I'm like, if you're not on my schedule, then it's not going to happen, like for today. So it's color coding. And I give kudos to my husband too, because he's a very supportive husband. And, in a marriage, and if you have kids, it takes a village and a team to make it all happen, right? And when my boys were much younger, I was fortunate that, my late dad was still around and my mom is still around, and they helped me a lot with my two boys while I was building my career here in the US and while my husband is building his business practice too. So, yeah, and now I'm back in the concert scene. It's time as I'm ready. I enjoy it more. I have upcoming concerts. I have one coming up in Ohio this September, and then another one at a different state this fall. And then I have one coming up with Garth in San Diego. I think that is in sometime in September. And I have more lined up. I'm planning a big.
Oh, I need to see that.
What was that?
I need to see that concert.
Yes, so I think it's probably, we were originally planning late this year, like early November. But I think, whenever I do projects, I want it quality, not quantity.
Oh,
So I just need it,
I love that. I love that.
right? Yeah, I just don't like, oh, just because to get it in 2024. So I told my production team, I think we'll continue to plan and iron things out and have Thanksgiving, Christmas come, and New Year. And then first quarter of next year is when I'll do my comeback concert, because I want to celebrate my 35 or 36 years in the music industry.
Wow, that's
I know,
amazing.
it is amazing.
Amazing.
I just turned 36.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, congrats. What about this?
Joke
Talk
lang.
about your youngest here. I got this from your IG.
Yes. Yes, that's my 11-year-old. That was actually his performance before the week before they did the promotion, kasi here fifth grade celebrate nila parang promotion to middle
Absolutely.
school. So he'll be in middle school this coming August. So yep, that's our baby.
Awesome. And this is the one that just graduated. How is it like to have someone graduated already? Like, this is high school or college?
High school.
That's amazing. How you feeling about that? That your son is going to college.
Oh, I feel so happy and proud of him. And it's great that I'm still young and I feel young and I have an almost adult. He helps a lot, at the house. At least, he's with my, younger son if ever me and my husband are not home. He's a very good kid, and he works part-time at Trader Joe's here because we want to teach him work ethic and life lessons, discipline, and money doesn't fall on trees, right?
Oh, I
So yeah,
really love that. And for those
yeah.
who are watching in the Philippines, guys, money don't fall on trees.
Yes,
Yeah,
pinagpapawisan at pinagpapaguran. Oh yeah, kasi
absolutely. Every
you
dollar
know,
in the US. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and their
It's great. You are a
generation.
great mother because you're teaching your kids about the value of something
Thank
that they don't.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great lesson to learn. Now let's go with the three fun facts only here on Blog Talk.
Three fun facts about me. Oh my gosh. So I love shopping, meaning not the food, because I said earlier I love shopping, but that's food. Um, I really enjoy fashion. You could tell. This is my
Yeah,
work clothes.
you're a fashionista.
I said
I've seen some of your IG.
thank you.
Just
And this is
stuff
my
over
work shoot
here.
today.
Yeah, look at that. So you're like,
Pink and pink.
oh wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So that's number
So you're
one.
like
And
the
then
stylist itself. You're a stylist as well.
thank you. And then at home, we just moved to our forever home. This is my dream home. And I
Hmm.
turned into one bedroom into my huge walk-in closet. Kasi
That's
the walk-in
amazing.
closet in the master's bedroom, I said, hubby, sa'yo na lang yan. But yeah, so that's one fashion in my walk-in closet. Oh,
One last one.
I may be girly externally, but internally, I'm kind of like a dude because I love fast cars. That's why I drive a Porsche,
Oh,
my
there's
dream
nothing
car,
wrong with that.
911. Yeah.
That's amazing that you're sharing that with us, and it's great that your fans will know more about that.
Yep. So that's it. I'm a girly girl, but I have some manly stuff like
It's great. I
cars
mean,
and I like
it's
big
great to balance,
watches.
and that's amazing. Thank you for sharing with us. And one last word to our audience. What legacy would you like to leave? Um, yes, what legacy would you like to leave? Tootsie Guevara, and also as Emma Monaco.
Yes. I want to leave a life of legacy that people would remember me. You can turn pain into power. Um, Life can be fair. I know we read in textbooks and I hear it from, um, from men or women that have words of wisdom say, oh, life isn't fair. But I have a different approach on that. So I want to leave a legacy that says you can turn pain into power and life can be fair. It's how you look at your life, right? And I want to pass on not only to my children but future generation that above all, always choose love, respect, kindness, and being fair. I think those four attributes, if each one of us are truly living our lives every day being kind, right? Being truthful to ourselves and towards other people, right? Not being dishonest and treat everyone fair and always choose the right thing. I think the world could be a better place. So that's the legacy I'm passing on. And I do this every single day. And I always tell to my kids those four attributes, right? Like always be kind and humble, be fair, always choose the right thing, even though that's the hardest thing to decide, right? Or to do. And most importantly, love yourself and love other people. And that's it. And this world would be a
Amazing.
happier place.
That's very beautiful. Now that I've only seen you and heard about your name and your music, and now you're a beautiful person to see.
Thank you.
And Emma, amazing for sharing with us your inspiring story, and many people can be inspired by this interview. And thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
Tootsie
you.
Guevara, aka Emma Monaco. As they say in Tagalog, mabuhay ka.
Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat din sa iyo. I really appreciate the time you allotted for me. And mahal ko kayong lahat. Mabuhay.
Absolutely. I will go put you in the lobby and we'll do our usual spiel. Thank you so much for
Perfect.
being in the show, Tootsie Guevara.
Thank you.
There you have it, you guys. Filipino superstar turned healthcare executives. None other than Tootsie Guevara, aka Emma Monaco. Thank you so much for being in the show. Our summer just got hotter because of our guests. Well, thank you so much, Audie Leona, for my hair, Dr. Tess for my dermatologist, and shout out to Gina Moore, and also shout out to our friends in Film Creative, and shout out to my mom and all our friends around the globe. Until next time, I'm your host. This is a special segment of Blog Talk Music. Until next time, I'm your host, MJ Racadio, and you're watching Blog Talk. Bye, guys.